Hello everyone! So summer is just right around the corner, at least I want to think so. Spring right now, and usually in the summertime I don't like to be bored. I don't get out much, so I don't want to waste my summer being completely bored. I wanted to do some fun things, so I wrote down a big old list of different things that I can maybe do this summer to keep myself entertained and keep myself from being bored. I just figured I would share this list with you guys in case you guys would also want some ideas for like stuff you can do in this. This is a long list, so just be prepared. But this is gonna be my summer list 2016 of fun things to do in the summertime, even though it's not summer. The first thing that I had on this list was to fly a kite. You can get kites very cheap at like the dollar store, or if you wanted like a better quality one, like you can get one anywhere really, I think. And just choose a windy day and go out and fly a kite. Another thing that I had on here was to go to an antique store or just a store that you've never been to. This is a goal for me this summer because I really want to go looking for a composition doll. I really want to start looking in like antique shops and things like that. Things that I don't really necessarily go to. I want to go and visit and try to find like different creepy dolls and stuff like that. Kind of like Bunny does, because I really like the type of dolls that she collects. She makes homemade popsicles. I made the Sprite Gummy Bear popsicles last summer, and I think the summer before I made them as well. And they were really yummy, but I really want to try something different this summer, so I may experiment. But you could obviously make these popsicles any way that you wanted to. The popsicles that you freeze overnight. When I was a little kid, I was a big fan of these popsicles. Like, I loved them so much because they're perfect in the summertime on a really hot day. Do water balloon pinatas. Sorry, the wind is like blowing my hair everywhere right now. This was something I felt was really cheap and inexpensive and still a lot of fun. Basically, I think all you really have to do is just get a water balloon, fill it up with water, and tie a string to it and tie it to a tree and put a blindfold on and just start whacking at it until you hit the water balloon. But it was something that I seen and I thought looked really fun and cheap. There's a couple of things on here with water balloons and things involving water because it is summertime, and what's summer without a little bit of water? So another thing was to fill up a balloon with water until it pops. Not a water balloon, just a regular balloon. This was just something that I kind of got the idea about and I thought it looked really fun, so I really want to try that this summer. Get a glow-in-the-dark Wubble Bubble Ball. I've been subscribed to Bunny for about a year now, and I seen her try out the as seen on TV product, the Wubble Bubble Ball, and I did have one and it was a lot of fun, but I ended up popping it with my long fingernail one day, so I really want to get another one. And I seen that they had glow-in-the-dark ones, so I really think that it would be cool to have a glow-in-the-dark one for the summertime. In the nighttime you can just take it outside and play with it. Stargaze, it's completely free. You can probably do it in your backyard, and who doesn't like looking up at the stars and like listening to music or just staring up at them and daydreaming? Like, it's a lot of fun, and I usually love stars. Like, I think that they're so pretty, and I love stargazing personally. So yeah, that's something that you can always do during the summertime. Bonfires and s'mores. Have bonfires. Usually whenever I try to do bonfires though, like, they never work out. Like, they're never like super huge, but like it's still a lot of fun anyways. And just like s'mores in the summertime are the best, like near the bonfire and stuff. I personally don't like my marshmallows roasted, but that's besides the point. Like, it's still a lot of fun to have them. Another thing was tell ghost stories. This could also be along with the bonfires and s'mores thing, but for me personally, I want to, you know, getting in a tent and kind of doing like a little scary story time in the tent. Like, I thought that would be really cool for this summer, so that's what I think that I might do. But if you don't have a YouTube and you're watching this video, then you could probably just get together with some friends or family and just tell ghost stories along a bonfire and make s'mores out in your yard. Once again, you'll probably need a tent for this if you're not feeling adventurous. But again, it's completely inexpensive, and if you needed to go to the bathroom or anything, you can just walk to inside your house and go use the bathroom. It's not like you have to like go outdoors and use it in front of everyone. That's something that I personally think is a lot of fun, going hiking. I really want to try to do more active things like that this summer, like go hiking. Make your own slime or Play-Doh. They have a lot of different recipes for this on Pinterest. There are so many that you can choose from. You can make it out of so many different things. And I actually made a DIY for some homemade Play-Doh a while back, which I will put in the description box in case you haven't seen it and you would like to do it for yourself. It was really easy and a lot of fun to make, and I really want to try to make some kind of like DIY slime or something cool like that this summer. Even though I really don't have a use for it, I think it would just be fun to make it. Another thing would be go glow stick bowling with water bottles and a ball. This is also really inexpensive. You can usually get glow sticks at the dollar store. Water bottles, I think that they would be easier to knock down if they were empty, so they probably need to be filled up with something to keep them up, you know. And then just any type of ball to play with them in the dark. I think that that would be really fun and interesting, and like I said, really inexpensive. So also, you can make lemonade. Who doesn't love a cold glass of lemonade in the summertime? Eat watermelon. I love me some watermelon, especially in the summertime. That's when it's the best. Get a cotton candy machine or a snow cone maker. You could probably make your own snow cones without having a machine. Probably there's some recipe for cotton candy as well. I think that it would be really cool to get like a machine or some type of maker or something like that for this summer, so I may look into doing that, but you could obviously do it either way. Visit a local library and get some books that you might really be interested in and start reading. I think that it would be really cool to find a nice little quiet place for you and read more books outside. I personally like doing that a lot in the summertime, so I think that if you were a book reader like myself, you would really enjoy that too. Catch lightning bugs and let them go. I don't know why, it's just a West Virginian thing, and we call fireflies lightning bugs. I know everyone else calls them fireflies, but we personally call them lightning bugs, and that's what I've always called them. That's what I've grew up calling them. Call them whatever you want. It's still a lot of fun, and it's also free. So, you know, you can just get a jar, catch some lightning bugs, and let them go. Sparklers and fireworks on the 4th of July is always fun as well. I personally love sparklers and fireworks, so I'm always getting sparklers in the summertime and go to watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. If you don't have a place that shows fireworks around the 4th of July, which I'm sure most places do, but if you don't, get some fireworks of your own if you're old enough and light them off yourself with your family. Some new cute clothes. If you're kind of like myself and some of your clothes are kind of outdated, like you've had them for a while and like you haven't gone shopping in a long time, I think that it would be nice to just go shopping and get a few new cute outfits, even if it's just a couple, and wear them out in the summertime so you can feel good about yourself. That's definitely something that I want to try to do. Have a sleepover with some of your friends. Now if you're like me personally and your best friends live out of state, you could Skype with these friends and maybe do like some games that you guys can both play together, you know, start a couple movies at the same time, do some fun things like that together, and it'll basically kind of be like a sleepover even though they're not right there in person with you. Also, visit some places that you've been wanting to go. I've been wanting to go visit the Lake Shawnee amusement park here in West Virginia. It was abandoned. It's supposed to be haunted. I am personally into a lot of horror and like creepy things like that. I love like little ghosty type things, so I think that it will be awesome to visit there and just go ghost hunting there and make a video all about it. So that's one of my goals that I want to try and do this summer. So just find places near you or other places that you would like to visit and try and at least visit at least one, if not like 2 of them. Have some photo shoots. If you have a phone, that will be fine. If you had an iPod, that would be fine. Or if you have a camera, just get dressed up, go to a nice little pretty place, even if it's just your backyard.
Really?
Take some pictures, because I've always loved taking pictures. Go for nice long walks. I love to do this in the summertime because in the wintertime, I personally just sit around and eat like constantly, and it's nice to be active and take a good walk. So take a good walk anywhere, even if it's like at the park or something. Make a video diary for summer. You can make a video diary for summer, you know, like vlog like at least one day each week, and kind of keep everyone updated on the video. If you don't have a YouTube channel, start one. Start making videos on there. Let that be like your first video on there or something, and just kind of, you know, document your summer basically, and vlog like fun things that might happen this summer, because that's something that I definitely want to do. Listen and watch thunderstorms if you aren't afraid of them. I personally love thunderstorms. I think they're awesome. I love listening to them and just watching them. They're really nice. And the rain, which is also a lot of fun. Silly string fights, again. And you can get silly string at the dollar store. You can get it basically anywhere, and it's really cheap. And you could do it with anybody, like your friends, your family, anybody that you are close enough to feel like you could have a silly string fight. And you could do that with anything, like shaving cream, basically anything you could have a fight with. You could have a water balloon toss. I personally don't think that water balloon fights actually work out too well, because most of the water balloons, like, you have to hit really hard in order for them to pop, and usually it ends up being on the person's feet, otherwise they just kind of bounce off the person. So I think that a water balloon toss would be a lot more easier and a lot less painful and dangerous. So I personally want to try doing a water balloon toss. Go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. Everyone loves Slurpees. Play Spotlight, which is kind of like hide and seek, but with a flashlight in the dark. It's a lot of fun, kind of creepy. Cloud Watch. You could get a blanket and lay it down on the ground and just wait till a nice pretty day and watch the clouds go by. Start on a project of some sort, kind of like a Wreck This Journal. If you're like me and you already have a Wreck This Journal, maybe you could do some of the pages in that Wreck This Journal. Or if you don't have a Wreck This Journal, you could go purchase one. You can get them from Books A Million, you can get them at Target, you can get them pretty much anywhere really, and they're very, very cheap. They're only like $15 or so, and they're a lot of fun. They keep you really entertained, and I think it'd be awesome to do something like that during the summer and have like a goal to where you want to finish that. Another thing would be carve your name into a tree. This is something that I really want to do. I have a lot of trees in my backyard, so it would be awesome to just carve your name into a tree and leave it there for, you know, future people who might live here or close and they might find it. Make a summer playlist. Of course, you need good music to listen to in the summer times. If you have an iPod or something, just make a playlist of all of your favorite songs to listen to in the summer. If you don't have an iPod or can't afford anything like that, make a mix CD, make a few mix CDs and put some of your favorite songs on there. Play Graveyard Hide and Seek. This is something that my best friend told me about that I didn't really know about personally, surprisingly, and I think that it would be really awesome to do. I think you do need a few players, but it sounds really awesome. I'm not exactly sure. Basically, I think you just hide in behind the graveyards and the tombstones, and they are supposed to find you and it's kind of just like that, like a simple game of hide and seek, but it makes it kind of creepy because you have flashlights and it's in the dark and stuff. Or on your Halloween costume. I know, it's summer. Why do you want to think about Halloween when Halloween's like so close to Christmas and like winter and cold weather again, and it's the summertime? Like, all you want to be thinking about is like the warmness and getting outside and doing something, which I completely understand, but Halloween is my favorite holiday personally, and I just love Halloween so much that I like planning for my costume ahead of time, and I like having everything prepared. So if you're like myself and you like to do stuff like that, you could totally plan out your costume ahead of time and get it before Halloween comes around. That way you'll be prepared. Another thing that you could do on a rainy summer day is have a marathon of your favorite TV show. If you have Netflix and that TV show is on Netflix, then you could have a marathon of that. For me, it would be The Walking Dead, of course. Have a movie marathon. For me, I would probably... For me, I would probably have a horror movie marathon, but any movies that you like would be fine. Go and get your hair done if you haven't got your hair done for a while like myself. I think that it would just be nice to get my hair done in the summertime and just have a new look. For a new tattoo or a piercing. This is another thing I want to try to do this summer because I have 2 tattoos and I really want another one, and I'm not exactly sure what I want yet. I think I want something to do with like the horror stuff, because that would be awesome. Or just another piercing. Like, they're both very addictive. Once you get one, you can't stop. If you have like a little speaker that you can carry around, it's portable and you don't need to hook it up to electric, it's like Bluetooth or whatever, you should totally take it outside. If you have a porch, sit outside and just play your music and listen to it outside. Plus you're kind of forcing your neighbors to listen to your type of music. So
do a photo challenge of some of the I don't know why I cannot talk. Really.
Do a photo challenge of some sort. If you have an Instagram, do like one of those photo a day challenges in the summertime, like every day during the summer, and that way next year you can look back and say, hey, you know, these were all my pictures that I took in the summer, and you'll have one from every day and it'll be just like a little good memory to keep. Light paper lanterns and send them off. I've seen a couple of people, like some of my favorite YouTubers, do this, and I've seen it on TV a few times and I really want to do it. So you can get them online for really cheap. I'm gonna order some offline and probably just find a nice little place to do it. But it just seems so cute. I love the idea of it. I love little things like that. And I'm pretty sure you can make a wish. It's kind of like a shooting star. You can make a wish and then send it off into the sky and it goes into outer space or whatever. I don't exactly know what happens to them after they get so far, but I think that it would just be a cute idea, and that's actually one of my main goals of things that I want to do. Go to the park and swing on one of the swings. Most of this stuff is stuff that like kids would do. I know I'm kind of like a little kid at heart. Like I don't act like I'm 21, like I act like I'm like 5 years old. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to the park and swinging on a swing. Eat ice cream out of ice cream cones. My favorite ice cream to eat in the summer in ice cream cones is Superman ice cream. It's like a very weird ice cream that I don't think many people really know about. It's kind of, it comes in those big containers like the Pels. Oh my god, it is so good. It's like different colors and stuff, and an ice cream cone is just even better. So in the summertime, get your favorite ice cream, put it in an ice cream cone, and girl or boy, get some water guns. Get some water guns. You can get water guns really cheap. Again, I'm pretty sure you can get them at the dollar store. You can get them pretty much anywhere. Get a disposable camera, go for a walk, and take pictures.
The dogs are gonna bark now. I'm sorry.
This is something that I kind of want to do. I really want to get a Polaroid camera at some point. But I think that it would just be kind of cute. Again, like a little memory thing that you can kind of keep with you for years to come. visit the library, borrow a movie or two for a movie night. This is something I really want to do because basically the movies are kind of free. You're only borrowing them unless you kind of go over the date that you're supposed to have them. Then I think you have to pay a fee, but I think that it's really cheap. I would really like to borrow a movie or two or more to have like a little movie night one night, because I think that would be really fun. It's kind of like ordering from Blockbuster like back in the 90s. That was a lot of fun. I never actually think that I ever done that, but I do think that I got movies from the library. So play with sidewalk chalk. I know, again, this is another thing that a little kid would probably do, but you're not too old to play with sidewalk chalk. Go to see a movie in the movie theaters. I've been wanting to go see the movie Lights Out, which is actually a short horror film that this guy, his username is Pony Smasher, he made, and it's a really, really good short horror film. I'm sure if you're into horror, then you've probably seen it. But he was actually what made me want to start making my own short horror films, and I found out that they're making an actual movie on it in movie theaters, and it's coming out this summer, so I really want to see it. Have your own little spa night, do your nails, do your toenails, just do little relaxing things to relax and chill for yourself. Go ghost hunting if you're not too scared. I personally love ghost hunting. Like I said, I love scary horror related things, so I'm gonna do a lot of ghost hunting this summer, but it would be cool to just go to like a cemetery or like a haunted place and go ghost hunting with your friends or your family. Just be careful and make sure that you're going with someone else for your first time. I think going by yourself would be a very bad idea, and just be careful with how you do it. Obviously there are certain rules which you'll probably have to look up, but it's a lot of fun. Another thing that I wanted to do this summer was write more letters to my pen pal Janice. Yes, I do still have a pen pal. I know that's very rare these days because a lot of people just kind of text and talk through the internet, which there's nothing wrong with that either. We do occasionally send messages back and forth to each other on Facebook, so it kind of ruins the fun a little bit, but we don't do it all the time, so it's still there. But I think it's just so cool and so neat to have a pen pal, like have someone who lives out of state that you've never met before, and you're just kind of like sending letters back and forth to them and like talking to them and getting to know someone that you don't really know of. It's so awesome. And then you could eventually meet them in person and have a new friend. So I don't know how you can get a pen pal, but if there's like any way that you can look up online, like maybe Google, and just be careful with what you're doing, it will be so awesome if you could just get a pen pal and write letters to someone once you find the right person. Volunteer somewhere. If you know of any places that would be nice to maybe volunteer at, maybe you could volunteer somewhere. Like an animal shelter, just anything that you might be into would be nice. I work at a haunted house that is in October, around Halloween season obviously, and it's called the Dead Zone, for those of you who did not know. And I volunteer there around the Halloween time, but I don't really consider it volunteer. Like, I feel like I'm working because it's kind of like a job. You're staying out there for like so many hours, and I love it so much. It's something that I really love to do. I do the makeup for them, I act, and it's just a lot of fun. So find something like that that you could really do. I mean, obviously the Dead Zone is in October, so it wouldn't be in the summertime, but like you could find some things that you could volunteer at and, maybe do. Obviously, if you make YouTube videos, then you can just make more videos outside. I wanted to make more lookbooks, more short horror films, obviously more follow me arounds, things like that. I just want to start making a lot more videos outside, and like I said, I want to do kind of like a little summer video diary of this summer, document it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, please leave me a comment if you have any other suggestions for things you could do this summer that I didn't mention in this video, because it's nice to share each other's, ideas. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome summer. I know that's a couple of months away, but like I said, it's good to be prepared. So yeah, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.